Happy morning, children. Welcome you all to the next session where we have dealt with quadratic equation in the previous class, right? What we have seen in the last class, it was about what is quadratic equation and what is the real life application of it and how to identify whether it is a quadratic equation or not, right? That is what we have seen in the last class, and we have just started with exercise 4.1, which is your first exercise, and we have dealt with one sum, right? First sum, identifying whether it is a quadratic equation or not. We have just simplified and we have seen the last formation. If it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, we will just conclude that it is a quadratic equation. That is what we have seen here. So now we are going to see what is second sum. Your second sum is statements will be given. For that statement you have to frame a quadratic equation. It means like word problem will be given, you have to frame a equation for that, right? So before we get into that question, I just want you to give few questions which was applied many times in appeared many times in the board exams. So that kind of a question I just want you to give, and then you will do the exercise problems on your own. Shall we start? Yes. This is your first question now. So statements will be given to you. You have to frame the equations, okay? Quadratic equations. So some sample questions I've taken from board exam question papers. So your first question, sum of the areas of two squares is 468 meter square. If the difference of their perimeter is 24 meter, find the sides of the square, okay? There are two squares, and if we add the areas of those two square, it is 468 meter square, and the difference of their perimeter is 24 meter. With this information, we have to frame a quadratic equation, and then we have to find the sides of it. Finding the sides and all we are not going to deal now. We will just frame the quadratic equation and stop with that. As time goes on, we'll just learn how to factorize and how to find out the solution of a quadratic equation. Now we'll just frame the quadratic equation and leave it, okay? So now it is something related to squares. So you have to be very clear with what is the formula to find out area of a square. It is side into side. And what is perimeter of a square? 4 into side. So all that you have to be very clear. So we'll just see the solution now. There are two squares. Obviously one will be the bigger square and another one will be the smaller square. So let me take the side of the smaller square as y. Okay, let me take it as y. You can assume any variable, children. You can take the smaller square side as x also, no problem. So I'm just taking the smaller square side as y. So obviously what will be the area? Side into side, it is y square. So another one will be a bigger square. So let me take the bigger square side as x. So area of that square will be x square. And what will be the perimeter of smaller square? It is 4 into side, 4y. What is the perimeter of the bigger square? 4x. Okay, so all that you have to be very clear. So what is given here? The difference of their perimeter is 24 meter. Perimeter 4x, 4y. So difference means obviously it is a positive quantity. So from the bigger perimeter, I have to subtract the smaller perimeter. Bigger perimeter is 4x minus smaller perimeter is 4y. The difference is equal to 24 meters. So 4x minus 4y is equal to 24. Just simplify this by taking 4 as common. You can just cancel that 4 and 24 6 times. So x minus y is equal to 6. You're just ending up with two variables here. But when we frame a quadratic equation, it will be better when we frame it with one variable. So just replace one variable by another variable. I'm just finding what is x value here. X is equal to y plus 6 to have this here. Or else you can find out y is equal to x, y is equal to minus of x minus 6 will come. So just leave that. To be in the safer side, just find out x. X is equal to y plus 6. Have this result. So with this difference of the perimeter, we have framed one equation. Another information is given to us. Sum of the areas is 468. So let us deal with that. We know areas in our hand we have. So add it according to the question. Sum of their areas is equal to 468. So x square plus y square is equal to 468, and we know x value in terms of y, okay, because we want the quadratic equation with one variable. So replace this x and y with one variable. So I'm just replacing x. So x you can put it as y plus 6 the whole square plus this y square is equal to 468. Now we can just expand this using a plus b the whole square formula. So a square plus 2ab plus b square, which is equal to 468. Combine all the constants together. Y square plus 12y minus 432 is equal to 0. This is the required quadratic equation. So you can just frame this equation in terms of x also, no problem at all. I am just framing here with the variable y. So any one variable only should come. It is not compulsory that it should be always x or it should be always y. You can find out with any variable. Got it, children? Shall we see one more sum? Yes. So here is your next question. In a cricket match, Mohammad Shami took 3 wickets, less than twice the number of wickets taken by Bumrah. I've just, I don't know whether the statistics were true or not, so I'm just taking it for the convenience of mine. The product of the number of wickets taken by these two is 20. If I multiply their wickets, it is 20. Represent the above situation in the form of a quadratic equation. Just we have to frame the quadratic equation. So Mohammad Shami's wicket is 3 wicket less than twice the number of wickets taken by Bumrah. So shall we see the solution for this? So let us assume the wickets taken by Bumrah as x. So what will be the wickets taken by Mohammad Shami? Can you guess? Wickets taken by Mohammad Shami is 3 less than twice. So 2x minus 3 is the wicket taken by Mohammad Shami. Got it? So this is the wicket taken by Bumrah and this is the wicket taken by Mohammad Shami. Now use a given condition. Very simple question it is. The product of the wickets taken by these two is 20. Just multiply their wickets. X into 2x minus 3 is equal to 20. Just simplify this. 2x square minus 3x is equal to 20 and 2x square minus 3x and bring this 20 this side, minus 20 is equal to 0 is the required quadratic equation. Simple? Very simple, right? We'll see one more question and then we'll move on to the exercise. Your next question is, sum of ages of a son and his father is 35 years and product of their ages is 150 years. Find their ages. Very simple again. Age problem and all we have seen many times. Sum of ages of a son and his father is 35 years. So there are two ages here, son age and father age. So obviously you have to assume x and y variables here. Let us assume the father age as x and the son age as y. Sum of their ages is equal to 35. So what will be the condition now? First condition, x plus y is equal to 35 and the product of their ages 150. Now here x plus y is equal to 35. Just replace one variable with another because we don't want two variables. So I'm just finding what is y. Y is equal to 35 minus x. Have this as your first equation. Now come to the second condition given. Product of their ages, that is x into y, is equal to 150. Now replace any one variable here because already we have replaced it. Just substitute this y value in this second equation. Substituting this first equation in second equation will give you x into, in the place of y you just substitute 35 minus x is equal to 150. Very simple. That's it. And if you multiply this x inside, you will get the quadratic equation. So x square, you will just take the minus sign common out and you will get this equation, children. First, if you multiply this, it will be 35x minus x square minus 150 is equal to 0. And the first term is x square, that should not have minus sign usually. So we'll just take minus sign commonly outside and take it to that side, it will become 0. So just multiply minus on both sides, that is the concept. So if you multiply minus sign on both sides, it will be x square minus 35x plus 150 is equal to 0 is a required quadratic equation. Understood, children? So even if you have two variables to deal, just eliminate one variable with another variable and then put it in the another equation what you have. Okay, if you do it like that, you will get a quadratic equation. Got it, children? Yes. It's time to move on to our exercise. We have 4 subdivision in that. I'm going to do only one sum for you. You will do the remaining 3 sums in this period itself. Okay, so I'm just taking fourth question, which is little different. A train travels a distance of 480 kilometer at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 kilometer per hour less, if the speed reduces to 8 kilometer per hour less, then it would have taken 3 more hours to cover the same distance. So we know obviously when we reduce the speed of our vehicle, the time taken to reach my destination will be increasing, right? So 8 kilometer speed is I'm reducing, so the time taken is 3 hours more than the original time taken. So we need to find the speed of the train now. So to find the speed of the train, we have to frame the equation. So understood the question, children? The train has to cover 480 kilometer, and definitely it will take some standard time to cover the distance. If the speed is reduced, the time taken is 3 hours more than the original time taken. Now what is the speed of the train? For that we have to frame the equation. So what is the speed of the train only is our question. So let us assume the speed of the train as x kilometer per hour. Now the time taken is 3 hours more, like that. So it's something related to time taken. So let us deal with time taken formula. From that we'll just derive that distance formula. Distance given here is 480 kilometer. So time taken is distance by speed. Very good. So time taken in the original case, distance by speed. Distance is 480 divided by the original speed is x kilometer per hour. So I'm just taking this as first equation. Now time taken in the second case, if the speed is reduced, what is the time taken? It is 3 hours more. Originally the time taken is 480 by x. So 3 hours more means the new time taken is 480 by x plus 3. So you have to be very clear in that. So let us see the new time taken. New speed is x, 8 kilometer is reduced. So new speed is x minus 8 kilometer per hour. Original speed is x. New speed will be x minus 8. So new speed we have got now. So can we find out the new time taken? Yes, new time taken is equal to again distance by new speed. So 480 divided by new speed is x minus 8. This is original time taken, and this is new time taken. Okay, this is first equation and this is second equation. Now with this two time takens, you have to just write the relation. If 8 kilometer is reduced, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. This is original distance, this is this is original time taken, this is new time taken. The new time taken is 3 hours more than the original time taken. Now can we frame an equation for that? So the new time taken is equal to 480 by x minus 8 is equal to 3 hours more than the original time taken. So from the original time taken, you just add 3. So new time taken is equal to 3 more means we have to add 3. So 3 plus 480 by x. So this is the required equation. That's it. Once you have got this, just simplify. You will definitely get a quadratic equation. Just combine everything together. 480 divided by x minus 8 minus 480 by x is equal to 3. Now take LCM. Your LCM will be x into x minus 8. So do the cross multiplication. 480 into x minus of 480 into x minus 8. If you multiply this inside, you will get 480x minus of minus, it is plus. So 3480 is equal to, this denominator will be x into x minus 8. Complete LCM will go that side. So it is 3 into x minus 8. Now this 480x minus 480x will get cancelled, and your required quadratic equation will be 3 into x square, 3x square, and 3 into minus 8x is 24x, which is equal to 3480. And if you take 3 as common and cancel it, you will get x square minus 8x minus 1280 is equal to 0 is the required equation. Equal to 0 will come, children. It's the required equation. You got it? So this is the answer for your fourth sum in the second Roman number. Okay, so we have 3 more questions which you will do it now on your own, and we'll discuss the answers in our Google Classroom. Okay, this is your questions. It's your turn now. Represent the following situation in the form of a quadratic equation. Your first question is, the area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. The length of the plot is 1 more than twice its breadth. 1 more than twice its breadth. We need to find the length and breadth of the plot. So for this, maybe first question, length and breadth, you will take it as x and y. The length is 1 more than twice its breadth. So your length will be obviously 1 more than twice its breadth. So 2x plus 1 is your length, and breadth will be x. So you will just assume breadth as x. So length will be 1 more than twice the breadth. The product of the length and breadth, that is area, is equal to 528. So length into breadth is equal to 528. If you solve this, you will get the quadratic equation. Will you try this, children? Yes. So your second question is the product of two consecutive positive integer is 306. We need to find the integer. Very, very simple. Let us assume the consecutive integers as x and x plus 1. Just multiply x into x plus 1 is equal to 306. You will get the quadratic equation. And your third question is Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages is 3 years from now will be 360. What would we would like to find Rohan's present age? So we'll just have the equations as Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages 3 years from now will be 36. So let us assume Rohan's age as x. So what will be Rohan's mother's age? X plus 26. 3 years from now, that is after 3 years, Rohan's age will be x plus 3. Rohan's mother's age will be x plus 26 plus 3. You have to be very clear. Then if you multiply those two, the product is 360. So Rohan's age is x plus 3 and Rohan's mother age is x plus 26 plus 3, and the product, just multiply this and this, that is x plus 29. Product is nothing but 360. So x plus 3 into x plus 29 is equal to 360. Solve, you will get a quadratic equation. Will you try this and share your answers, children? Yes. So this is your task today. Complete this in your classwork. I'll catch you in the next class. Okay. Thank you, children. Do all the sums on your own.